Away, round 16, Division 1, it's Healesville versus Seville. It's Degnai in the ruck, and he's going up against, that was Brandon Murphy. Murphy probably just got the better of the tap on that occasion. Picked up beautifully at ground level there by Bernardo. And now the Blues look to just try and go through the outer side of the ground. That kick, though, slightly turned over. The Bloods have currently got the ball in hand. Chip kick down the line, not the best one. That's beelining the boundary line, and it just goes out of play. So an early stoppage in play. Just forward to centre for Healesville for the moment. And just wait for the boundary umpire to get there. So once again, it'll be Murphy and Degnai to do the battle in the ruck. As we just get a clear look at this one. So up it goes. Nye with front position. Just gets the tap down. Chasing after it there, looks like Bailey Scortino, just unable to quite get it cleanly. Now the Bloods have got the numbers. Currently in the hands of Luke Potts. There was a cry for ball, but none forthcoming. Getting the handball away just in time there. Looked like Liam Daly. And now there's a free kick for high contact, it looks like. Just waiting for the umpire. No, he's just called for a ball up. So another stoppage once again. Nye just winning the better of that tap, and it will slap forward. Now the Bloods might be a chance. They just can't get it moving forward. Little soccer off the ground, free kick for holding the ball. Here we go, Healesville. Here's an opportunity. Beautifully picked up by Greenwood. Donegan presented well. He can send him inside forward 50. Low spearing ball, just falling short of Edwards. Gets the handball away just in time, but he's turned it over. Now Sonny Saniga with ball in hand. Sends it long the other way. Oh, very bravely flying with the back of the pack there was Tennyson Amaranth, but he can't take the mark. Here we go, Mark Cesare. Kick towards goal. Looks pretty good off the boots. And he's got it. Fantastically done there for the Blues. Something from nothing. Their first inside 50 entry, and they've got the goal.
Here's a good start there by the Blues. Get on top on the game away.
So one goal they've got for the moment. Only 2 minutes into the first quarter so far. And they're just a little bit of a mix-up there for the Bloods. And Mark Cesare, well, he didn't waste any time. He pounded the goal there for the Blues as we wait for the ball to come back into the centre.
So the ball to come back in the centre for the two rucks to go at it. The umpire gets in his position to throw the ball up now, and that he does. Throws the ball up. Nye wins again, the tap down. As they look to go forward again here, the Blues, can they get clear position? Yes, they get it out of Bernardo, who gets a kick down into the forward line. Can it might be taken? No. Just bigger, but it kicked it off the ground. And it's gone through.
Wow.
Didn't quite gather the player.
Farrow.
It was Farrow who kicked it through. So they've had a fast start here, Aiden. Seville.
There we go. 2 goals in the space of about 20 seconds there. They've already, only 3 minutes have gone the first quarter. Seville have already kicked 2 goals.
You can see how much Nye's going to have an impact on this midfield too.
No, certainly, Trent. They're definitely going to love the likes of Bernardo and Scortino. Are going to love having the ball tapped into him from the big fella. So we wait for it to come back into the middle once again. Seville with 2 goals in quick succession.
As ball gets ready to be balled back up again. And the game resets here. Nye again wins the tap down. Can they get the clearance? But this time looks like Healesville. Kick smothered off the boot, but at the bottom of the pack. They get a handball out, gets it to Nye. Turns it over, gets a handball. Now they got another kick inside forward. 50, get a mark. We take it. No, can't. But out in the lead. I thought a free kick was nearly given here. Rogue Duggan now. Runs around, finds the opportunity, finds his feet. And it's kicked to the other side. Deep in the pocket. Who's going to win this one? They managed to knock it out. In AFL terms, Aiden, that would be deliberate, but guess what? We're not playing AFL.
No, that's it. The insufficient intent rule not there. There was a little mini appeal from Nathan O'Keefe, but nothing forthcoming. So it's a boundary throw in. Inside forward 50 for Seville, who've really gotten the fast start. So it's O'Keefe in the ruck this time. Just gets a little tap on it. Picked up at ground level there for Healesville by Potts. Kick moves forward looking for Warren, who did well, kept it in play momentarily, but then he was tackled under all sorts of pressure. Now are the Bloods. Good tackle laid by Scortino. Maybe just slipped a little high, said the umpire. So they can just recompose themselves, the Bloods. Chip kick back in towards the middle. Not a bad one there. Looking for Barclay, who wastes no time, but his kick was smothered. Probably tried to go too quickly. Beautifully done by Iacco and gets the handball away just in time. Here we go, the Blues. Got it out to Dipier Trantonio. They can go inside forward 50. Long kick. Does it bounce through? Just offline. In fact, all the way across for a boundary throw-in.
Geez, they're just getting the ball, linking up for a few handballs, Aiden, just going straight at the middle each time too.
Yep, no, it's brave football and it's worked out for them so far. So another stoppage inside the Blues forward 50. Already got 2 goals on the board. Healesville yet to score. So up it goes. Once again, O'Keefe in the ruck. This could work out. Was Roe Duggan taken off of it? Umpire calls them to go. Plenty of numbers at ground level. They get the handball away. Here we go. Bernardo flicks it across. Thompson. Up and under ball. Someone's going to have to mark on the line. Looking for Farrow. Can't quite take the mark. It spills to ground level. Dipier Trantonio chases after it. Can he keep it in play? Yes, he can, but they've turned it over. Daly did well. And now the Bloods go through the outer side of the ground. And eventually, it's over and out. It's going to be thrown back into play. So Dingnai racing across to take this ruck contest. Murphy already there for the Bloods. So let's see what happens here. Boundary throw in. Outer side of the ground, as mentioned, right in front of the club rooms here at Don Road. We just wait for the umpire to launch it back into play. Up it goes. Nye just getting rid of Murphy. Just taps it down to Myers. Beautifully done. Gets the kick away onto the left. Inside forward 50 they go once again. Road Duggan attacked it beautifully. Centering ball. Bernardo has taken the mark. And they've just got to be careful there. The Bloods, he doesn't look too confident with the distance, Bernardo. His eyes are darting around. He chips it short. And here is O'Keefe, and he is within range. And just a little bit disorganised there, the Healesville defence. And this for 3 goals inside the first 7 minutes. Nathan O'Keefe. Very important shot at goal this would be. To really get the fast start for the visitors. In he comes directly in front, about 40 metres out. And O'Keefe looks pretty good off the boot, straight over the goal umpire's cap. And Seville have kicked 3 goals. Healesville yet to score. And they have started off brilliantly.
Yeah, they're on fire here, Aiden. Just controlling all the ball. Barely seen it going. I think just the one time inside Healesville's forward 50 as of late.
Well, they've had all the territory. And that's the important thing, isn't it, Trent? If you win the territory battle, we saw in last week's game, Mount Evelyn dominated the territory for the first half. They weren't able to score, and then Gembrook got it down. They kicked a couple of quick ones. So this is what the Blues need to do. Just keep kicking goals, get it down there, and impact the scoreboard.
Yep. As you see, Dominic Loy up on a wing too here, Aiden. Interesting, that one. Ball's thrown up here now. They get a tap down. Can Healesville make this count? No, but it's intercepted and cut off there by Myers. Gets a handball back to Thompson. Thompson snaps off his boot. It's cut off by the Healesville player, and they bring it back. Can mark be taken? Yes, and it's a nice mark taken out in front by Jesse Bates. He plays on, wheels around, looking for Edward Steve. He's got him. No, just manages to put it down, but he's still fighting. They give the handball out the back there, and they're working it through Nolan. They get a clearing kick out, looking for Aloy. Chasing after it hard there was Watkins. Aloy gets it, looking to get the handball out to Saniga. It's going to be a ball up just inside forward 50 here for Healesville. So here's the territory battle they want. They want to create something from here, or at least lock it in. As the ball's thrown up here. No, wins the tap down and gets it down there towards Dipper Petrino. The tackle is lay. Has the umpire seen this? Holding the ball. So Healesville going to have a shot on goal here. Yep. And it's going to go, looked like Charlie Warren.
You'll find out in a
Singles at number 4. Singles Charlie Warren. We'll have a look in a second.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, yep. Charlie Warren's. It's a good pressure lay tackle there on Thompson. By Warren, he'll line up from about 35, Aiden.
Yeah, something like
Slight
that.
Slight angle.
Yep. We've got a good look at this one too, so we'll know right away, Trent.
Yeah, so Warren now picked up the grass. Aiden, you'd be a big fan of that, Matty Lloyd.
Yep, exactly right. Gee, we could use him at the moment, the Bombers.
So Warren now begins his approach. Has a leave and Donegan, ignores it. Warren kick, it's coming back. It's not going to come back enough. Just going to go through for a minor score. So his first score on the ball there for Healesville is a behind to Warren. And Seville to bring it back in. That they do. They bring it back and they find the stats man Myers. Obviously averaging 30 disposals a game this season. Gets a kick out. And they've done real well there. They get a handball out to Aloy. Aloy brings it down the wing, looking for a player, and that he does.
So currently in the hands on this occasion of Jackson Lowe, who wastes no time. Kick was partially smothered, and now Healesville can go back the other way. But Lowe, straight on the end of the interception, and he's not going to waste any time. Bro Duggan called for it, but didn't get it. Dangerous handball. Lowe once again for the 3rd time in this passage. Here is a lead. He can send it inside forward 50. Plaza got a little kick away, but it was partially smothered. Now they go again to the Blues. And they've done this pretty well. Gone down the other end. How about the one-hander there from Nolan, Trent?
Yeah, it was beauty.
So once again, up it goes. Was there a hold? Umpire happy to let it go. Alidi's in there, so too Dipier Trantonio, and we're going to have another stoppage inside the Blues forward 50. So it's 17 points the difference at the moment. The one behind for Healesville and 3 goals for Seville. So Lowe goes up in the ruck this time. Plaza gets the handball away for the Bloods, and Ding Nice just going to park himself under this one. Handballs it away to Nolan on the left boot. Again, inside forward 50 they go. And that's a good strong mark taken on that occasion. Beautifully read there by Dale Senior, who kicks across goal. And it works out okay for the moment. Another chip kick up the line dangerously. Thompson plays on. Open goal. He's put it through. And Seville have kicked goal number 4. And still no response yet from Healesville. Nathan Thompson, something from nothing.
He's that live wire off the wing in half-back, Aiden, isn't he?
He is.
He often pushes forward and kicks a goal, just runs all day.
He is.
Gets himself in good positions.
And that was just brilliantly done. He just forced that interception. Probably just...
Yeah, so he goes to half-back now. He mixes up that half-back and wing roll.
Yep. Yeah, just a little bit... Well, just not really switched on there were the Bloods. Thompson was just all over that one. There was no one back on the goal line. And Seville, well, they've already got out to a 23-point margin. And we're only 11 minutes into the first quarter. So 4 goals straight, 24. Nathan Thompson all over that one. His first goal for the afternoon. We're back in the middle once again. Deng Nai. This time up against Mark Jones. And here we go. They're going to get the centre clearance. Cesare gets him inside forward. 50, Roe Duggan. Couldn't quite stick the mark, and the Bloods try and get the ball out of there, but the kick very errant. It was almost a bit of a drop kick, you could say. Senior taken in the tackle, and he's legged. So it's a free kick for below the knees. So Dale Senior just needs to compose himself. Oh, dangerously, but it worked out okay. And Levi Greenwood did well. Kick across goal. Could work out. Does it open him up? Chasing after it from this occasion is Jason Savage. Gets it under his control. Takes it under his wing. Sends him inside forward 50. Good looking kick on this occasion to Barclay. Can he hold the mark? Comes to ground level. Here's the chance. Can they get one here, the Bloods? No. Well and truly across the face. And it's out of bounds on the full. And Seville get a reprieve.
Yeah, so Aaron Edwards asked him what was he thinking there, because didn't really amount to anything as they get it over to Myers. He started this game lively as well. Brings it down the wing, finding Broadway. Broadway sets his options. Half plays on. Now he does. Brings it back into the middle.
Oh,
it's a good-looking kick. And he's found a teammate there in Dickinson. Dickinson brings it wide on the wing. Here's Thompson again, Aiden working hard up that wing. He puts it, just pots it over the top of the head for Robertson. Robertson plays on immediately. He's got someone on the red throw. Duggan!
Wow.
Beautiful ball movement there from Seville. So Roe Duggan, fresh off 9 goals last week. Can he add to that tally? So Roe Duggan will come in looking to put through the 5th goal, is that it?
Yeah, the 5th goal, yep.
Roe Duggan. Kick looks pretty good. Oh, it's just hit the post.
Gee.
If they got the 5th goal, it would be very worrying signs for Healesville if it's not already. Healesville are getting the ball a bit more down there now, but they're just not capitalising on their opportunities. They bring it back out now here, Aiden. And no mark can be taken there. Probably going to go to the boundary line, and that it does, into the crowd. It's going to be a boundary throw-in.
Yeah, it sounded like it was online for a moment, Trent. The crowd were getting excited and just hit the post. But yeah, you're right. They just got to settle here.
It'll be 9 Jones to go up here. The umpire just gathers the ball from the crowd. They run there, runs it around. Get into position. You can just see the opposing thing that night is compared to the other ruckman. Throws the ball up, gets a tap from the back down. Myers is there, and they get a knock on forward, picking it up. Here's Healesville, though, and they look to bring it back into the middle of the ground. It's just missed his kick, and it could be costly. Aloy picks it up, puts it back inside forward 50. Out the back is Broadway. Just a little slight fumble. He's tackled. Was the umpire seeing this? It's going to be a free kick to Broadway. Half plays on. Doesn't know what to do. Runs around, has a couple of options and puts it to the top. He's got a player there. No mark can be taken. Aloy's there, knocks it back down. Here's Myers. Shuffles around, gets a handball. Turnover. Healesville doing all right here. They managed to get it out. Here we go. They're out through Potts, I believe this is. Has a bounce. Then brings a handball. So they're not quite out of trouble, Aiden. They have nothing to go to. So they're going to get a free kick downfield. Probably lucky too, because the kick wasn't to their favour. It's now in the hands here of Warren. Warren in the middle of the ground. Sharp looking kick. It's missed his target though. Nolan there to mop it up. Bernardo's there. Get ready for the handball. It's going to get out to him now, and that it does. He runs, tucks it under his arm, then goes wide across the ground. Interesting looking kick. Is it going to work in his favour? Jones gets a tap down. Broadway comes up and picks it up beautifully. Knocks it down forward, looking for Roe Duggan. Roe Duggan just taps it forward and tries to swing back around. But here we go. Healesville have got it back under control. They get it over to the captain, Mendy. Mendy now on the outer wing. Goes wide. Interesting looking kick to go wide. Looking for Edwards. Safe as houses, those hands, Aiden.
Yep.
So Edwards now. First look he's had. He's having a look where he can go to. He decides to come short. And he's found a teammate there in Ballinghall. Ballinghall again goes short and just finds a target there. Looks like Donegan. No, sorry. It's just gone out of bounds. Gone out of bounds in the full even. No, Aiden.
So, disappointing result there for Healesville as the Blues just get a reprieve in defence for the moment. They bring it dangerous into the centre, but it finds Bernardo. So Anthony Bernardo kick all the way across. This should work out okay to Aloy. He's got plenty of room. So just a slow build-up for the moment. Aloy's kicked pretty good on that occasion. Doing pretty well there to find a teammate in Robinson. Kick up the line. Fisted away from Farrow, and it will be thrown back into play. So good defensive work there by Plaza. So once again, Seville just got the ball down the right end of the ground. 24 points the difference it is for those just tuning in. 4-1-25 to the Blues, just to the one behind for Healesville. So the home side not started all that well. Deng Nai once again, he just went a bit too early on that occasion. Jones did really well, got the ball from the back. Little chip kick forward's a beauty. And it finds Warren, who probably just played for the 25-minute penalty. The umpire not falling for it. So Warren, short kick, should work out okay. Yep. Mendy getting up at the right time, taking a good strong mark. So Mendy just assessing the options. Not really too sure where to go. He'll just chip it down the line. Yep, that's a pretty good kick on that occasion. To Watkins. Watkins. Where can he go? Just goes the handball. Interesting choice, and it's fallen short of Mendy, who's under all sorts of pressure. And the umpire does call for a ball up. So at half back for Seville. So yeah, interesting decision there by Watkins to go for the hands. Deng Nai, again winning the tap. Not really to any Seville players' favour. Cesare, though, got rid of his man. Lays a little bit of a half tackle. Heads towards the boundary line. There's a free kick for a hold. So disappointing there for Healesville, because they just forced the stoppage. And now it's in the hands of Mark Cesare, who just chips it across to Bernardo. Just palms it into himself with the one hand. Bernardo dangerously across goal, but in the end he's got a man all on his own there, and that'll work out just okay for the Blues. Long kick down the line is going to be turned over. Daly parked himself underneath it and took the mark one-on-one against Saniga. So Daly can send him back the other way. Pretty good looking kick. Here is Edwards, who might be backing himself in here, Trent. No, he's just going to chip it in short one more to Donegan. No, he can't quite hold the mark, but he's got a free kick for high contact. So Max Donegan, this is so important for Healesville. They just... Yeah, I think, yes, it is. So it is Max Donegan who's going to line up from about 40 metres out. Bit of an angle to deal with. And Trent mentioned kicked 43 goals coming into today, so he's had a pretty good season. And they really need this, the home side. They've just not got any of the momentum. Pretty late in the quarter. We're just ticked into red time as well. 18 and a half minutes gone. So in comes Donegan. Couple of stutter steps. Looks a right off the boot. And he's got it.
Beautiful kick.
Much needed goal there for Healesville, and they've got there first. Max Donegan provides it. 1-1-7 the Bloods, trailing Seville, 4-1-25. We've been going nearly 19 minutes into quarter number one.
Not an easy kick, that one, Aiden, on that angle. It was just beautiful off the boot, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. It looked pretty good. The goal umpire didn't move around too much, and they just needed that, Trent, didn't they? They just needed something, and they've got it. They can just maybe just start to get themselves back into the game a little bit here.
If they look to... I want another goal before the end of the quarter.
Definitely.
You made an Aiden. It's their first of the games. The ball's thrown up. No ruckman really got a tap there. Bernardo goes in, was slung a bit, and yep, he's going to get the free kick for that. As Potts just cops it on the head on the thrown back. As nevertheless, the ball gets moving forward inside the 54. Broadway flies. Now he's going to get it here. Broadway runs around and gets a kick in short, and he's found a teammate there, and he's done real well to Benninger. He was made to earn it.
Yeah, he certainly was.
And he definitely did earn it. As he looks to set himself up to come in now to cap off the 5th goal here for Seville in the first quarter. Benninger now lines up. Distance shouldn't be a problem. Kick looks pretty good, and it's home. Seville have 5 in the first.
There we go. That's not what Healesville needed. The instant reply for the Blues. 5-1-31. Seville leading Healesville 1-1-7. Straight back out to a 24-point margin.
They're just moving the ball so much better, aren't they? It's more fluently. They're not fumbling as much. They're just linking up for a few handballs and going. It's really impressive.
Deng Nai back in the ruck for this Seville side, and he's just getting so many clear tap-outs as well, and he's making it really easy.
So it's his first game this year?
He might have maybe played last week, but I had no idea he was even still playing for Seville, to be perfectly honest, Trent. This has genuinely caught me by surprise, but he's had such an impact so far. He's not in the game at the moment. Jackson Lowe's currently in the ruck, and neither ruck, him or Murphy, were able to win it. But once again, Seville, they do get the centre clearance. Healesville win it back, though. Donkin, the 200 gamer, got it away. Here is Greenwood, little look-away handball, works out for the moment. Once again, Donkin, another handball. This time they go through the outer side of the ground. Greenwood involved once more. And now they look to go to the middle of the ground. That's a really good kick. And it finds Methven.
From Potts.
So Potts to Methven. Methven down the line to half forward. Donegan just had too much height on it. Sonny Saniga was right there. So he kicks across goal. This will work out to Nolan, who's got plenty of room, and they've got numbers over the top. Elides calls for it. Nolan hasn't spotted him. So Nolan just asking for a couple more players to come at him. Kick just a little bit off the side of the boot. O'Keefe, though, could make this work. No, it was just fisted away on that occasion there by Paddy Murray. And now Healesville got numbers. That's a really good kick, and that should work out. So it's currently in the hands of Savage. Savage gets the handball away just in time. They might have made this hard work for themselves. Warren. Oh, the kick was pretty good. It was just through the hands on that occasion there of Jesse Bates. They've still got a chance over the Bloods, but they've turned it over on this occasion. Scortino dances around a couple. Hands it back. Chip kick up the line to Bailey. Bailey hands it away once again. Oh, gee, they're just rushing through here, the Blues, and they've made it work. Kick to a 2-on-1, not favouring Cesare. That's a really good mark there by Levi Greenwood. Got to get the hands away quickly. Put his team under a little bit of pressure. It might still work out here. Again, attacking it at ground level was Murray, but now Seville got all the numbers, doing really well there. I think on that occasion was Beninga, and it heads towards the boundary line. Broadway attacked it beautifully, kept it in play. Steps around a couple. Kick back into the middle. Worked really well to Scortino. So Scortino, Thompson calls for it. Thompson gets it. So Thompson just back off his mark. He could chip it short to Nolan and go across, but they decide not to do that. Comes back to Dickinson. Dickinson, again, just goes short with the kick. And Dickinson once again going to get it back. So just happy to play kick to kick here at the moment. Seville, 23 minutes currently have gone in this first quarter, and they've got all the momentum. Here's DiPier Trantonio. Where does he want to go? Long down the line. A little pitching wedge, and O'Keefe got front position, couldn't take the mark. He goes with a soccer, picked up by Amarant, gets the handball away just in time. Mendy, dangerous one. In comes Scortino, so to DiPier Trantonio, and they're away. Kick inside forward 50. Is it? No, the mark was spilled. There's still a chance here. Strong tackle laid by Robinson. Now we have a stoppage at half forward for the Blues.
Yeah, so Blues got it back into their forward 50 now. Ball will be balled up. Tapped down one by Healesville. They get a kick through Cesare towards goal. Can Amar be taken running across? Yes, it is.
No.
And he's played on and missed.
Oh, yes, he's missed, yeah. Interesting decision
Matthew
by Robinson.
Yeah, so he's managed to just play on and miss there. Would be a tight angle, though, for if he went back and did go for the set shot, though, Aidan.
Yeah, I still think it was probably the better option, but you're right, either way, it wasn't going to be super easy.
Probably could have ran a bit further than he thought he had.
Yeah, I agree. It was one of those, I think there was perceived pressure.
Yeah. They look to bring it back in Healesville. They bring it wide to the pocket, and that's very kind to me, isn't it, Aidan? As they look to bring it back. They found Savage at half back. Savage now. Rocking the 88. What are your thoughts on the 88, Aidan?
Yeah, it's a real Magoo's type number, isn't it, Trent? But he must have got the promotion recently.
He goes short to Savage and finds teammate Murphy. Murphy has a look around. Decides to come short just to Amarant. Amarant bumped off and his kick is going to work out well to favour the Blues there. As they bring it back in here now. It's going to work out all right. It's going to get out of the back here for the Blues. Running around here and doing well there was Dickinson. Gets it to O'Keefe. O'Keefe keeps fighting, but there's the siren to end quarter time.
Interesting one, that. Anyway, we are going to get underway. Second quarter action, so it's Dingnai back in the ruck. Up against Brandon Murphy. And Healesville might get the first centre clearance here, but the kick was smothered. Cesare chases after it. He probably just pulled out what he needed to attack it, and there's a free kick for a hold. And it looks like this is going to go the way of the Bloods. So good early opportunity for Healesville. A little short chip kick. Umpire says, oh, not 15. Doesn't matter. Long wobbling barrel to the top of the square. Nolan parks himself underneath it, and with absolutely no trouble, Jack Nolan takes the mark. He is a little bit sore, though. Copped a bit of a hard hit, and might be more than a little bit sore here. Gets back to his feet.
My free kick. Yes. Oh, yep, there we go. We're good.
So Nolan chips across goal. Not a bad little kick there to Iacone, who's just happy to wait a moment. Iacone had a little bit of it in the first quarter. Again, just with a short kick and pretty good one to Myers. Myers looks further ahead. Again, works out okay. This is Bailey Scortino. Charles Scortino's been out with an injury the last couple of weeks, but Bailey's still there looking for O'Keefe, who just can't quite park himself underneath it. But he kept it in play, O'Keefe. No, he didn't. Oh, he's not happy about it either.
No, he was out.
I think the boundary umpire was right there, but O'Keefe, there was a sound of disappointment. I'll tell you what though, Trent, Paddy Murray's done a pretty good job at him so far. He's closely checked Nathan O'Keefe, and he hasn't had the biggest impact. He's kicked the one goal, but hasn't had too many marks up the ground, so that's going to be a very important matchup for Healesville, particularly if they want to get themselves back into the game. Mendy gets the handle away. Here he is, Paddy Murray. Short kick. Oh, Scortino just tapped it in front of himself. Savage got the handle away to Amarant. Here is Greenwood. Got to keep it in play. Yes, he does. Goes onto the left boot. Kick down the line to Donegan, who just couldn't quite stick the mark. Chased back by Bailey. Gets the handle away. Did well to Saniga. Now Iacone. Dangerous one into the middle of the ground, but it should work out. Dickinson got nothing ahead of him, so he picks it up. Goes for a bit of a run. Handball to Di Pietrantonio. He's got to get the handball away just in time, and he did. Here is Elides. Once again, Dickinson. Long barrel off the left boot to a 1-on-1. Looking for O'Keefe, but doing really well was Murray.
He's doing well so far, Murray. Obviously, as soon as you see him, two crucial moments down there. And he has it back here as well again. Kicks it on the wing, finding a teammate down the line. And now they look to link up here on the line. Potts has it in hands now, assesses his options, runs around a couple, then puts it to the top, and they find a teammate. Bring it back into the middle of the ground. It's a nice mark taken. Yes, he's held on to it. Looks to be Greenwood. As he brings it across the ground now. Has a look in the hands of Frazzetto. Frazzetto brings it back into the middle ground, finds Amarant. Amarant literally on the centre circle, brings it to half forward. Can might be taking notes, falling down to the ground as they look to get it here and there. They've got it in their hands here, do Healesville. They've got inside 450. Shot towards goal. Is it going to be there? Looks to be across the face, and across the face it is. Did you quite get who the player was there, Aiden?
Watkins it was.
Watkins. Hayden Watkins. So they look to bring it back into play, Seville now. And that they do. They get a short one to Thompson. Thompson comes short again, finds
Iacone.
Finds Iacone. Iacone now comes along down the line. Nolan's there, can take the mark. No, he can't. As they fight at the bottom of the pack. And it's going to be a free kick. It's going to go the way of Healesville to Mendy. Mendy just goes short to Frazzetto. O'Keefe closes down. They come even wider to Murray. Here he is again, Aiden. Murray now runs around looking for the switch on. Nothing's on by anything he likes. So he decides to come in the middle. He found something he likes, and it's going to work out all right to Murphy. They look up for a couple of hands here. One bounce. Now they come wider. Can a mark be taken down here? Flying high, but unable to hold the mark. There was Warren. And it's helped over the line for a boundary throw-in.
So boundary throw-in forward to centre for the Bloods, who've started this quarter better. Just haven't quite found that connection inside forward 50 just yet. So Dingnai once again up against Murphy in the ruck. Up it goes. Nye to the front. Did well to good tap, and they might be away here. Just went past Di Pietrantonio. Was Mendy taken high? He wants it. And they're going to penalise him holding the ball. So the appeal was there, and Di Pietrantonio did pretty well. So they start to just get numbers to peel back to Seville. So Di Pietrantonio looks down the line. Eventually, up and under ball, Dingnai into 2-on-1. Oh, it didn't matter. He just took the mark. Anyway, here is Cesare. Low spearing ball. And the mark is taken by Farrow. What a good build-up that was by Seville. Ding 9, a 2-on-1, took the mark. He handed it off to Cesare.
Just too big, used his body.
You're absolutely right, Trent. He just had the height. And they've done this pretty well. The kick from Cesare was a beauty, and Farrow on the end of it. Already kicked 1 goal on the afternoon. No multiple goal kickers as of yet, all singles for Seville, which is certainly not a bad thing. Plenty of players getting involved early. So in comes Farrow. Probably going to have to kick from just on the paint, maybe just inside. In he comes. Looks all right. It's just going to fade off to the right. So a little reprieve there for Healesville. 5-3-33 now are the Blues. Still leading Seville 1-2-8. Farrow with his first little blemish on the scoreboard as they go to the outer side of the ground to the Bloods. Good kick it was in the end. It found a teammate. Now they come back inside and just worked out. Looked like it was Mendy who gets the handball away just in time. Now they look to go through the middle. Donkin, the 200 gamer, gets it away to Frazzetto. Frazzetto kicked it just as he got tackled. Nolan parks himself underneath it for the Blues. They crash the pack. And now Greenwood got to get the ball under his control, but he couldn't take it cleanly. Socket forward. Now a little second effort. Beautifully done there by Bates. Kick inside forward. 50 off the bow to Barclay. Can he find a set of hands? No, he can't. Donegan crashed the pack beautifully, but he just couldn't stick it. And it's a free kick to Healesville. So I'll find out what this is. No, it's a free kick for Seville to Myers. It was just the umpire pointed the wrong way. So Alides chases after it. He might just need to try and get it out of bounds. Donkin did really well. Slapped it back in for Greenwood. Greenwood, little spearing ball. And that'll work out just fine. Bates on the end of it. So Jesse Bates loads up on the right boot. Interesting kick, and he's turned it over. And straight into the lap of Aloy. Goes to the outer side of the ground. They might have numbers over the back here. Beautifully done on that occasion to Robinson. Robinson just keeps going. Looking for Farah. Can he get it under his control? Yes, he can. Oh, is that holding the ball? Yes, it is. He took on Plaza, and Plaza got him.
So Plaza does well there. Brings it wide. Finding teammate Senior. Senior has a couple players free on the outer side of the ground. Sees Frazzetto, but decides to come a bit further up to Donkin. Donkin now brings it down the line. Can a mark be taken? Greenwood doesn't take the mark, but gathers it again, looking for Potts. Brings it to the middle of the ground. It's turned over. Bernardo has it now. Gets a bit of a don't argue there. Then brings it wide. Can a mark be taken down here? No, it can't. It's going to fall short. And it looks like Healesville can pounce back on the rebound here. And that they do. They waste no time. And they've got a bit of space here on the outer wing. They bring it down, looking for Donegan. It's just going to go over his head. Mopping it up, but he slipped over. Donegan goes in with the second effort tackle. But Seville regather control here. Here's Myers, Bernardo, Cesare. Cesare goes down the wing to Thompson. Assessing his options now. Brings it back inboard to Myers. Myers now has a look around, not much to go to. And brings it inboard. And finds a teammate there in Bailey. Bailey goes back. So just a slow build up, not much to go down to down the line here for Seville. So instead, they just decided stuff this aim's going to thump it on the boot. And it nearly works. Nearly works out at the back. It's got to get out here. Farrow leaps again, unable to hold the mark this time. Trying to help it over the line, but stays in play. Rowe Duggan smartly brings it back in and finds a teammate there in Bailey Scaratino.
Oh, dear. They just didn't get it over, Healesville, and, gee, that could be costly.
So Scaratino.
This is where it's important to know the rules, Trent, because players just look a bit timid to slap the ball over, but they're not going to get penalised, so there's no... should be no worries to do that.
So Scaratino now. Comes in, should be slight angle, but should be no problem. And no problem here, Scaratino puts it through. That's 6 goals now for Seville.
Their 6th individual goal kicker as well, Bailey Scaratino. That's a good finish.
6-3-39 now to 1-2-8.
Yep, 31 points the difference. And disappointing for Healesville because they probably had the better start to the quarter, and then it's Seville who've gone back the other way and got the first goal and extended the margin even further out. So ball comes back to the middle. So Jackson Lowe's going to go up in the ruck on this occasion. Mark Jones for Healesville. So a little bit of a rest for Deng Nai and Murphy. Up it goes once again. It was Lowe just getting the better of that tap. Here we go. They might be able to make something work of this. Ballingall got a handball away just in time. Kick just flies over the head of Thompson. And then getting a slap in was O'Neill. They might be able to make something work here. Warren picked it up, got the hands away. Now they can go inside forward 50 Healesville. Can someone take a mark? Donegan! No, not quite. Still a chance, though. Getting the handball away there was Potts. And now they put themselves under all sorts of pressure here. Have the blue. Cessary's there. Can he get the handball away? It wasn't Cessary. Sorry, it was Elides, I think, in fact. And there is a free kick for below contact of the knees. And Elides out wide with the kick. That's a good one. So they can just slow down for the moment, can Seville. So it's Bernardo with ball in hand. Just asking for players to come up to him. Long kick down the line. Can someone take a mark here? Oh, very well done there. That was. Looks like it is Elides once again. Dangerous kick into the middle of the ground. Can someone take the mark here? Iacona's there. He's got to attack it, but beautifully done by Edwards, who's very high up the ground. Little chip kick. Oh, just floats over the head of Elides. There's still a chance, Healesville. Got to go inside forward 50. Little soccer forward. And it's a free kick for, is it downfield or is it... No, it's where it was taken. So it's got to come back for the Bloods, and Ballingall, I think, is the recipient. So Connor Ballingall probably too far out to score. Edwards gets back to the goal line. Looks to the pocket. Eventually goes to the top of the square. Who can mark it? No one. Slap back in play, though. They get a kick away just in time off the boot of Robinson. And, oh, beautifully done. A little one-hander there for the Bloods. And once again, it's Ballingall who goes laterally, and that works out okay for the moment. So we just figure out who's got ball in hand here. I think it's Potts who just goes short. And here is Donegan once again, who's kicked the only goal for Healesville so far. This would be a lot harder than the first one, it has to be said. Trent right in on the boundary line on this occasion. Similar distance. But he is going to back himself in, Max Donegan. Every shot at goal so crucial at the moment for the Bloods. 31 points adrift. In comes Max Donegan. Again, a couple of stutter steps. Distance not a problem. Just offline, so disappointing result there for Healesville. 1-3-9 they are now. An even 5-goal deficit currently against Seville. 6-3-39 they are, as they waste absolutely no time bringing the ball back into play. It's currently under the control of Hayden Watkins. And unable to be kept in play. So it's a boundary throw-in on the broadcast side wing. As we just wait for the boundary umpire to get back into position. So once again, Low up in the ruck. For Seville, up it goes. Low gets front position, gets a little tap. Cessary got the handball away just in time, looking for Robinson. Tried to flick it away. Rowe Duggan with a good tackle on Donkin. Now Ballingall. Handball's back inboard. Long kick off the boot of Watkins. He finds a set of hands, but it's a set of hands of Thompson, and they're away, Seville.
So Thompson now brings it down the line. Couldn't find a teammate there. Going after his Amarant. He gets tackled straight away. The umpire's going to pin him for just laying on the ball by the looks of it, Aiden. So Amarant now brings it wide. Finds a teammate there. Brings it even wider. Now it's in the hands here of Watkins, Steve Watkins. Watkins brings it long down the line. Can a mark be taken or get it out the back? Using his body to try and get out the back there was Edwards. But mopping up there was Nolan. Nolan gets a handball over the top. And they're doing this all right here now. Tackle is late. Crowd call for ball. Umpire disagrees. He's going to bowl it up. So they look to bowl it up now. The umpire bowls it back up. Lowe gets the tap down in the favour of Seville. They get the clearing kick away. Can a mark be taken? Yes, it can. And a great mark in the end taken there by Dale Senior. So Senior has a look as Frazzetto out wide, but also has Donkin. Take your pick. Takes Donkin. Frazzetto puts on the block. And they bring it wide. Found the teammate there in Warren. Warren, he didn't mean to go that short, I don't think, but Donegan does well to pick that one up. Then puts it just over the top in the favour of Edwards. Can a mark be taken? No, it can't. There's a scrap at the bottom of the pack. They get a handball out. Seville are not out of this at all. The heat from Healesville is enormous. Coming. Umpire calls for a free kick. So Seville have got the get out of jail free card here, Aiden. Divertimento now, going to have it in his hands. He goes short. He's missed Myers, but luckily he had Rowe Duggan there. Wouldn't have been a place where you want to turn it over, so Rowe Duggan has a look. Comes up the middle of the ground, finds Thompson. Just gets himself in good positions as Thompson. Looks for the overlap handball, then he's told to play on. Just gets his kick away, but it's going to be turned over here. Mendy now goes wide. And it might be taken. No, it can't. It's going to work out in the favour of Seville. Probably looking for Donegan. Didn't quite get enough distance on it. As they go short down the line, Road Duggan again has it in his hands. Been busy these last few minutes. Road Duggan comes winds of Bayless Guillotino. And he comes in wide of Bernardo. Bernardo plays on, uses his hips and dances around him like it's no tomorrow, but then fumbles it, Aiden! You can't be dancing around like that, then fumbling it like that! But he's got a high contact free kick.
Yeah, he just, unfortunately for the Healesville
Broadway
player,
gives it back to Bernardo. How's he getting out of this one? Oh, he's slipped over again, Aiden!
Oh, no.
He gives it back to Broadway. Comes down the line to Aloy, just misses his kick. Aloy goes back with the second effort. Good tackling pressure here, mopping it up here is Hayden Watkins. Hayden Watkins brings it in board. I'm up and about now. Hayden Dale Senior has it in his hands.
Oh,
Senior now.
Interesting few minutes
to
there
Watkins.
for AB.
Shout out AB, he's been playing well too.
Yeah, yeah.
He gets it to Greenwood. Greenwood now. Has a look around. Brings it in board. Finds a teammate there in Ballinghall. Ballinghall goes even wider. Interesting kick looking for a Zeto. Just not gaining any territory here, Aiden, which they really need to do and get some scoreboard pressure on here. What are we now? 16 and a half minutes gone into the second quarter. It's still yet to get a goal in this quarter. They bring it wide. This could be a chance, but no, it's not. As they look to mop it up here, Seville. They've done pretty well here, and they're going to get the clearing kick out here, and that they do. And they're out here. Road Duggan has been busy. Puts it over the top. Tells his players to run. Dickinson does that. Runs around in angles, trying to find some gap. The umpire goes, you've ran too far. You don't see that very often, Aiden.
No.
As he's ran too far. The old roly-poly, when the umpire gets it going, you know.
That's it, yeah. The old travel, I guess they call it in basketball here, is Greenwood. So now Hills will have a chance to counter-attack. A low spearing ball straight to Nolan, who couldn't quite take the mark. He's recovered at ground level. Robinson got it away to Bernardo, who just chips it back to O'Keefe, and that's not a bad option. Usually a good user is Nathan O'Keefe, who appeals for a 25-metre penalty. He's not going to get it. So we wait for O'Keefe. Looks further afield. Aloy calls for it, but he wants to go even longer, and he might have just turned it over here. Dale Senior, he's crashed into Mendy. A bit of friendly fire. There wasn't a lot of talk there. Nick Mendy was underneath it, and Senior went, sorry, mate, this is all mine. So anyway, low ball, low trajectory, ball. Oh, no mark can be taken. Nearly. They just can't just quite take these half opportunities at the moment. Jesse Bates had front spot, but just couldn't stick the mark. So it's a boundary throw-in. Still 30 points the difference at Don Road. 139 Healesville. Still trailing Seville 6-3-39. So boundary throw in. Deng Nai back in the ruck. Up against Murphy. Deng Nai wins that one. Bernardo got it under his control. Burrowed the head. Umpire calls him the go. Nolan's kick should stay in play. O'Keefe again in a one-on-one. And really well done once more by Murray. Here is Amarant. Oh, might have been a high fend-off. Yes, it was. Just a bit clumsy there from Tennyson Amarant. Murray's still doing really well on O'Keefe. The problem is, though, Trent, they've got other avenues to goal at the moment to the Blues. So not mattering all too much. Dale Senior, he probably could have gone for the mark. Here is O'Keefe now. Got the kick. It went over the head of Cesare. Looking for another teammate in Dipier Trantonio. Good strong tackle laid. And we'll have a ball up at half forward now for the Blues, who have frantically got the ball moving forward. They can just slow things down for the moment. Tell you what, Aloy's on his own inside forward 50 at the moment. They've got to get numbers back here to Healesville, but it won't matter because they can get the ball moving forward, but slipping through the hands of Murphy. And now Seville once again with an opportunity. No, Donkin gets back in game number 200. Important intercept mark. Just goes short with a kick on that occasion to Daly. Daly looks further afield and continues to get the ball moving here for the Blues. Does well. He finds Potts, and Potts just wheels and goes. Chip kick out wide. Pretty good one. Now they're on the build, are the Bloods. They get it to about half forward. Edwards, he just couldn't quite stick the mark. They can still go, though. Potts once again involved. Long kick towards goal. Can someone take a mark here for Healesville? No, it's fisted over the boundary line, and it will be thrown back into play. They've done that really well, the Blues.
Red time?
Yeah, we are into red time. 19 and a half gone into quarter number 2. Still just the one goal for Healesville. So it's a boundary throw in. Deng Nai once again up in the ruck up against Brandon Murphy. So we wait for the ball to be thrown back into play. Up it goes. Murphy with front spot this time, but again it's Dignai. Got the tap down to Bernardo. Long kick up the middle of the ground. O'Keefe again in a one-on-one with Murray. He does really well once again, does Murray. He might be able to get out the back here, though. Free kick for a hold, is it? Yes, it's going to come back to O'Keefe. They want to take the advantage. They're not going to be allowed, though. It's got to come back to O'Keefe. If O'Keefe, who almost say the three-quarter sleeves there, Trini likes to wear them up around the elbows, finds a leadies. A leadie steps around Mendy, did that pretty well. Up and under ball, bit of a pitching wedge. It might work out. Farrow is there. Can't quite hold on to the mark. Ryan Farrow. Handball was partially smothered. Now here's a chance for Healesville if they can get the ball cleanly, but they can't do so. Greenwood in the area. So too is Mendy, and there's the siren. A very short quarter, that one. Just 20 minutes and 38 seconds gone. Potent so far. Umpire holds the ball aloft. The second half action underway here at Don Road. Up it goes. Jackson Lowe up against Brandon Murphy. Both rucks just getting a little bit of a tap on that one. And that ball going absolutely nowhere, and it'll be take two in the centre. Early days in the third quarter, sorry, in fact, in the second half even. So again, both rucks getting a little bit of hand onto that ball. Pietrantonio got the handball away just in time. Up and under ball. Falls into the lap of Farrow. Too far out to score. Roe Duggan leads up to the ball, but he goes even further, looking for Broadway, who just can't quite... Just lost position in the end. Mendy breaks his way through. Frazzetto called for the handball, but not going to get it. And the kick was a beauty to Watkins, who just steadies himself. And now not really too sure where to go. Watkins Plaza calls for it short, but he goes further afield to a one-on-one. Looking for a teammate in Barclay. Can't take the mark, and Bailey got back and did pretty well. And looks like it's going to be a free kick to Nolan in the end. So Jack Nolan just chips it short for the moment. Not a bad kick once again to Pietrantonio, who's had a pretty good game so far. Again, short, and it's worked out all right in the end to Dickinson. Call to go. Here is Lowe, unable to get it at ground level. Was he held? Umpire calls him to go. Lowe slaps it inside forward 50. Greenwood, though, gets back and did pretty well. And Tennyson Amarant now. Kick to the outer side is a good one. And he's found the vice-captain in Daly. So Daly just handballs even wider. So a slow, methodical build. It comes again to Amarant, who's got to try and get around Dominic Aloy, and he did eventually. Kick down the line. Not a bad one, but Saniga got front position against Donegan. Picks it up at ground level. Tackled straight away. Umpire calls them to go. They're appealing for a free kick where the Bloods, but none forthcoming. Plenty of numbers surround it. Now Seville it is, in fact, once again. Can get the ball moving through the outer side of the ground. Not a bad-looking kick. Broadway gets up and unable to take the mark, so it will be a boundary throw-in outer side of the ground.
So they go to the outer side of the ground. The umpire ready to throw the ball back in. No score yet this quarter. So two ruckmans get into position here. They're preparing for the ball in. What's going on here? Here we go. So he's in now. And the tap one down there by Seville. Moving it forward. His hand to Bernardo, sorry. He gets the handball back into clearing, kick inside forward 50. Can it might be taken? Yes, it can. But it's in the hands there of Plaza, the skipper. Plaza comes wide, searching for a teammate here. Is it going to work out? He was in there searching for Steve Watkins. Steve Watkins is going to get the free kick for chopping in the arms. Interesting looking kicks. Not going to quite make the distance, but it's going to work out all right for Memphin. Memphin goes wider to Savage. He's going to get a free kick for holding the man, Savage. So Savage now will go with the ball with the free kick. Assess his options. At half-back goes wider to Amarant. Just makes the distance. Amarant goes to skipper Plaza. His kicking's not on the best display here yet, Aiden. As Plaza goes over the top to Senior. Back to Plaza. A bit of run of half-back for the skipper. Goes wide. Finds a teammate down there wide. He's done this well. Here's the build-up for Healesville. Can they make something of this? Aaron Edwards comes out in the lead. He might get this out the back, will he? No, it's going to be helped over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. So it's locked inside the forward 50 for Healesville. But they need to capitalise on this. Still only one goal for this game so far, Aiden.
That's it, Trent. And got the opportunity now. So it's just about what they can find here. Where is Edwards? That's the big one. Looks like Charlie Warren's at full forward for the moment.
Edwards is in the pocket. And now they've cleared it out for him now. So as the ball's thrown back in now, no back on the ground. He wins the tap 2. He gets the handball out the back here. Healesville look to go forward, looking to try and get the high free kick. Umpire didn't fall for it. Thompson picks it up. He's tackled, but he gets the handball moving forward. Here they go down the wing looking for Broadway. Broadway doesn't hold the mark, but he does well to keep his feet. Knock it to his bench. Has one bounce. Has two. Has three. Here he goes, Aiden. Puts it inside 450. Has Road Duggan at the back. Road Duggan does well to compete and knock it down, but it's going to go out of bounds for a boundary throw in the forward pocket. Probably not the best kick in the favour of Road Duggan, but a good run there from Dylan Broadway.
No, exactly right, Trent. So it's a boundary throw and inside forward 50 for the Bloods. Sorry, for the Blues, in fact. Plozza doing pretty well on that occasion. As Trent mentioned, the kick from Broadway, not the best, but still a pretty solid four-way forward nonetheless. So it looks like Plozza might even go up on the ruck on this occasion. Seems to be lining up against Jackson Lowe, and he is. So Lowe gets the early front position, gets the tap down to ground level. Cesare kick around the body. Oh, gee, that was interesting. Murray just let it bounce in front of him. Dangerous times for Healesville. And in the end, it is just taken over the line for a rush behind. So first score of the second half, and that does go the way of the Blues. So biggest lead of the game, it is now 31 points the difference. So what can they build from the back line, the Bloods? Still 31 points in arrears, so Donkin it is, the 200 gamer. Chips it short to the outer side, and in the end it does work out okay. And now they come through the middle of the ground too. The Bloods looking for Mendy and a 1-on-1 against Nolan. Nolan did the better job, got the ball down to ground level, picked up by Greenwood under all sorts of pressure. Now they try and go back the other way, do Seville, unable to do so. Elides couldn't quite get it. Here's Ding Nye, the big man trying to work at ground level. Wasn't easy for him. Now there might be a chance here. Inside forward 50 they go. No mark could be taken. It was spilled there by O'Neill. Still a chance. Here is Edwards. Free kick, and it's going to go the way of, can you believe that, going to go the way of Seville. So a missed opportunity again. And O'Neill, once again to the outer side, looking for Thompson, but he just couldn't quite stick the mark. Anyone's ball once again. Oh, here we go. Greenwood busts away. Inside forward 50, he goes, and he's done well. He's found Bates, has he, or is it Warren? It's Warren, I think it is, who's pulled up pretty sore. But they've got a shot at goal nonetheless to Healesville. It's directly in front, about 35 metres out. And they just need this one. So just probably had the better of this second half so far. But not a lot to show for it just yet. But this could be the opportunity. This could be the back door back into the game. So Charlie Warren, absolutely crucial shot at goal for Healesville. They're trying to keep their place on top of the ladder. And they need to win. In he comes. Looks pretty good off the boot. Straight over the goal umpire's cap. First goal of the second half, and it goes the way of the Bloods. They get it back to 25 points. And it was a very much needed goal. And they still need a few more just yet, but that's the start that they would have wanted.
Yes, they managed to bring it back now to 24 points.
So behind earlier for Charlie Warren, he gets that goal, and
so they still need 4 goals.
That's it. Just chipping away at the margin bit by bit, though, and that's what they're going to have to do.
But the big man's back in the ruck, Aiden. Could it be a big difference for Seville? As they bring it back into play here, the umpire balls it up, and Nye gets the tap down. No clear winner. Clear passage of play in the outer clearance there. So they'll go back up, and they gets it back down. Wins the tap, just dominating the ruck today. Gets the handball out the back. Sciatino punches it forward. Broadway has it now. Can he take it cleanly? Yes, he does. He gets a handball out to Dipimano. And he gets it moving forward. Lowe's there. Just knocked off the ball a bit there. Trying to go hard is Farrow. But they've managed to pick it up, Healesville, and help it over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. As we're 8 minutes into the quarter now. Healesville would like a couple more goals, and they would want it at their end of the ground here. It's been down there a fair bit for Seville. Just luckily for Healesville, haven't been able to capitalise as much as they did in the first quarter. To get the handball moving forward, Plozza does. It's a handball back now. It's a snapping, clearing kick. Can it work to Jones? No. Nye's there to take the intercepting mark. He has a look around. He doesn't want to kick it. Gives it to Thompson. Thompson darting ball inside 450. The mark is dropped, but they go backwards to Bernardo, but he's tackled straight away. Sciatino that was actually, and he's going to be holding the ball. Free kick. Going the way of Healesville as they look around for something to kick to. It's Mendy who got the free kick. Finds a teammate down there as they look around for some options. There's not much giving to him. So decides to go short on the line. It's a good pack mark there. It's going to be rewarded. As they look to have a look now. Just setting up so well behind the ball as Seville. So they're up to go short, and that's not a very good kick. It's going to be intercepted there for Seville. Broadway. Broadway goes down. Long down the line. Can a mark be taken? Yes, it has been. Beninga now. We'll bring it inside, forward 50. Here's a chance for the mark. Farrow is there. Senior floats over the top. Mark can't be taken, but it's going to come out the back. Shot towards goal, and it's in! Elides puts through his first of the day. And they just made something for nothing there, Aiden. It's not a goal Healesville wanted to see.
No, it's, exactly right. Not like the first quarter, Trent, when they got the first goal. They got a pretty quick response, did Seville. And as you mentioned, Trent, not at all what Healesville would have wanted. It's back out to that 31-point margin. They just seem to have the answers here at the moment, the Blues. Got a pretty good bit of control on this game as the ball comes back into the middle. Elides with his first. So they're still all singles at the moment for Seville. You got Thompson, you got Scortino, you got Cesare, Beninga, Farrow, O'Keefe, and now Dean Elides. And it's Dengnai back in the ruck. He did take the last one. He'll take this one as well. On this occasion, up against Jones. Daly gets the centre clearance, gets the ball moving to the crowd side of the ground. Here is Levi Greenwood under all sorts of pressure, provided by O'Neill. Potts into the middle of the ground. Nolan did well, crashed the pack, and now Seville can get numbers back. Jones just tries to sock it off the ground. He gets the ball moving forward a little bit more. In comes Meth Van. Good tackle laid by Bailey. They're inside forward 50 Healesville, but once again the Seville pressure pretty good for the moment. And again they've got Edwards on his own down in the pocket. Oh, actually he's in the goal score. It's Donegan who's in the pocket. Here we go. This might be a chance, is it? No, they want holding the ball to Seville, and they're not going to get it. Free kick, I think, for holding the man going the other way. So it's in Greenwood's hands. Greenwood, low spearing ball's way over the head of Donegan. It might still work out, though. Here's another chance. Methven gets the hands away just in time. And it's all locked up, and we will have a stoppage to the outer side of the ground. Still inside forward 50 for Healesville. So it looks like Paul Bailey going to go up with the ruck up against Jones. Jones did well to win the tap. It's through the hands. Tracked back here by Nolan, who once again happy to see it over the boundary line. So another stoppage in Healesville forward 50. Nearly 12 minutes gone into the third quarter. And no real inroads made just yet. They did get one goal, Healesville, but then Seville responded with one of their own. So the margin's still 31 points, which is more than what it was at halftime. Dengnai wins the tap. Plenty of numbers chase after it. Bailey Scortino was there. Elides once again. Happy to see that ball over the boundary line for another boundary throw-in. So they've got the ball locked down there, the Bloods, but they've just got to find an avenue to goal. As mentioned, there's Donegan in the pocket. He's up against Sonny Saniga. Icone seems to have the job on Aaron Edwards, who you'd say he's probably done pretty well, but they haven't really given him much opportunity to begin with, Aaron Edwards. So back it goes. Broadway came up to meet it. And once again, happy to see the ball over the boundary line, and we'll have another boundary throw into the outer side of the ground. So Dengnai still doing the ruck duties for the Blues. Mark Jones for Healesville. Right in front of the home side bench. So up it goes. Nye with front position. Gets the tap. Just running it overrunning it slightly there was Mendy. There's a free kick here, and this is going to go the way of Seville. Looks like it will come back to Scortino. So Scortino just chips it short. Not a bad looking kick, that one. To Bernardo. So Bernardo, long kick down the line, looking for Dengnai. Just can't quite get it from the back. They're still going to go inside forward 50 though. Broadway, beautiful kick to Roe Duggan, just over the head. Aloy's going to get out the back. Check side. No, he straightens it up. I don't think it was Aloy at the end with the ball. So Healesville do get the ball out of there for the time being. Nolan with all the work to do. He's got to beat a couple here. Gets the handball over the top. This could work out. Robinson, kick to the top of the square. Farrow. No, it was fisted away from him. There's still a chance, though, the Blues. Roe Duggan's there once again. Picks it up. Gets the handball away. Was he taken without the ball? Yes, the tackle was held too long. And it will come back to Jake Roe Duggan. So just a bit clumsy there by the Healesville defence. And, well, this will be a pretty tricky shot for goal. We'll see what Roe Duggan wants to do in a moment, but plenty of numbers back in the goal square, so Little lead there from Scortino, and it will be honoured. Wasn't Scortino, sorry, it's Di Pietrantonio. Now we'll see if he's got the distance here, Matt Di Pietrantonio. The angle not too much of a problem, but probably a kick of maybe 50 metres required. He seems to be wanting to pass it off. No, he loads up. It's not on line. Kick across the face, and a good defensive mark taken right on the last line there by Dale Senior, who just chips it short. And done pretty well on that occasion. So where can they go here? Healesville once again up the line. Long kick. Can a mark be taken? No. Comes to ground level. Still under all sorts of pressure, and another free kick for a hold, and this will go the way of the Bloods.
So the Bloods now will need to capitalise on this opportunity and get it moving forward, and that they do. They get it to Potts. Potts pushes off his mark. Decides to run wide. To go short to Plozza. Plozza off half-back, comes up the line, just misses his kick, but might work out the back. Savage chasing hard. Artis gets them moving forward, and they've found one out the back here, Seville. They've got it here. They're moving it forward. Farrow has it. Farrow plays on, wheels around, puts it in the pocket. Broadway's there. He's got it. Plays on, and he kicks it.
There we go.
A turnover, and Seville capitalised. Not what Healesville wanted at all. They're just not being as clean with the footy as Seville, and Seville just capitalised on the turnover. And Broadway has been very influential, I think, in this forward movement and going forward.
8th individual goal kicker it is now, so still 8 goals, still all individual, so they're all chipping in for the Blues. 37 points the margin. And that was very nicely done. It was a really good kick by Farrow, and really just made it all that easier for Broadway.
No person deserved a goal more than Dylan Broadway. I think at the moment, the way that the game's been playing,
I think you're right, Trent. He's worked so hard.
The run from half forward, he's just running up and down as the ball keeps coming forward. Get a handball at the back, running away is Savage, but he's chased down by Cesare. Another one who just works hard. He always pushes forward. Cesare now goes wide. Here's Broadway again, and he's got it. Could be a 25. Umpire gives him a benefit of the doubt. Broadway plays on, wheels around, opens up the angle, puts it to the top of the square, and it's going to be punched over the line for a minor score. So they extend their lead even further, Aiden.
38 points it is now.
8-4-52. They look to bring it back in, Healesville. They go short, which I don't think they have much more time for these short passes, Aiden. They need to start finding some movement. I think that will be a key message going into the three-quarter time huddle with 17 minutes gone in the third quarter. Donegan presents, unable to mother the ball. Nye gets it out the back, gives the handball. Now they look. Healesville get it on the turnover and thumb it down the line. Nolan parks himself underneath. It's made to earn, and he's pushed under the ball. And it's going to be a high contact free kick going the way of Seville. So Seville, another opportunity to extend the lead. It's going to go to Thompson. Thompson has a look at his options, but then he will just opt to pop it up long down the line. Can a mark be taken? No, it can't, but it could get out the back here. Rogue Duggan's in pursuit, but it's going to go over the boundary line at the bench of the Healesville Football Club. So
another stoppage inside forward 50 for the Blues, who just started to turn it on a bit again in this third quarter after Healesville started off pretty well, but still just weren't really able to find much avenue to score. So up it goes, low on the ruck. Here's Broadway once again, got the handball away just in time. Savage there as well. Roe Duggan slapped it over his head. Kick towards goal, well and truly offline. And it will go out of bounds on the full, so the free kick to be taken by Murray. So they really need to find something here, do Healesville. Just the 2 goals in the game so far, still trailing by 38 points, which is the biggest margin of the game so far. So it's Murray with ball in hand. Looks up the line, not a whole lot to go to for the moment. So just chips it short. It should work out okay there to Di Pietrantonio, who forces the turnover. And he looks a little bit sore here, Matt Di Pietrantonio. And again, just not really looking for the shot at goal. Again, probably a little bit too far out to score. It flies over the back. There's a free kick. It's going to go the way of Healesville. And Dale Senior it is, who just chips it short once again. Finds Amarant in the back pocket. Kick up the line. Dangerous, but it worked out in the end to Savage. Got up at the right time and stuck the mark. Savage just chips it short on this occasion to Mendy, who's got Watkins up ahead, and he gets it to him in the end. Watkins holding a good strong mark. Just goes short once again on this occasion to Frazzetto. So Cam Frazzetto, where does he go? Kicks across goal dangerously, but it works out okay in the end. Nicely done there to Murray. Murray kick across goal's a pretty good one here. Potts just claims the one-hander. He goes short with the kick as well. Not a bad one. Looks like Donegan on the end of it. Can go for a bounce. Don't think it's Donegan. In fact, a long kick inside forward 50. Can he get it to Bates? No, he can't. Will spill to ground level. There's still a chance, Healesville. They need to get something here. There's a free kick for high contact. So maybe this is a chance for the Bloods. Just trying to figure out who's got ball in hand. I think it's Hayden Watkins. So Steve had it moments ago. Hayden. Oh, Potts wanted the handball receive. He didn't get it. Little short chip kick. Works out okay at the end to Senior. Ooh, oh, gee. Worked out in the end. So they made it a bit tricky for themselves, did Healesville, but eventually they do have a shot at goal. And it is Charlie Warren, who has kicked one of the 2 goals so far. So big opportunity this. He had one from a similar spot in the first quarter, and that went to the right. So let's see what he does here. Does he fix it up? In comes Warren. This just for Healesville's 3rd goal. Very important one. In he comes. Runs out on an arc. It's going left. It's not straightening up, and it stays there. So it's another behind for the Bloods. 2-4-16 they are now, trailing by 37 against the Blues as we're definitely into red time now. 20.5 minutes gone into quarter number 3. Sonny Saniga with a kick in duties, and he just chips it short, and that's not a bad one to Icone, who had plenty of room. Icone continues to go down the ground. Good kick finding. Cesare wants to play on. Going to have to go into his non-preferred right now. Eventually swung onto the preferred left. Looking there for O'Keefe. Alidi's got the handball over the top. Nicely done to Dickinson. Onto Deng Nai, who's got to get away from one, and he does. They're looking pretty good here. Sonny Saniga up the ground. Beautiful kick to Bernardo. Does he wheel and go? No, he just chips it in short, and that's beautifully done by the Blues. Great bit of play. Roe Duggan on the end of this kick. His eyes are darting around.
Yeah, he doesn't look confident, Aiden.
He wants to give it off. I think he...
Mate, you kicked 9 last week. Back yourself in.
You're going to have to kick of about 51, 52 metres here, I think. So he will back himself in eventually, Roe Duggan. It certainly looked like he wanted to pass it off. In he comes. Wheels onto that right boot. Distance not a problem. It's just the accuracy. And in the end, it is across the face for a behind. So a minor score there, Roe Duggan. I believe that's his 2nd behind for the day. So 8-6 they are now. Seville 54. Back to that 38-point margin.
So bring it back into play. Sorry, just fiddling with the scoreboard there, Aiden. It's on the outer side of the ground. They love to play on that side of the ground.
Yes, they do, particularly here at Healesville on one of the biggest grounds in the competition.
So boundary umpire gets in position. Nye Murphy. Nye gets the tap down, but it's Murray who gets the handball, releasing to Savage. Savage, that's a long kick down the line, looking for Edwards. Donegan's there as well. Edwards manages to gather his tackle, but he slips out of that, and he's knocking in forward. He's doing well here, but they lay a strong tackle on him. How's the umpire going to see this? It's going to be a high contact free kick going the way of Healesville, and it's coming back to Jesse Bates. Bates comes short, puts it over the top to Warren. Warren brings it inboard. Can a mark be taken here deep in the 50? Yes, it can. Beautiful mark taken by skipper Nick Mendy.
Yep.
What would Leo say here?
Well, he's got a chance, Trent, to kick one of those captain's goals that only captains can kick, as Leo would say.
Yeah, now.
And they really do need a captain's goal right now, in all seriousness. We are nearing three-quarter time, and they just need to get any kind of score, but a goal in particular.
Yeah, a goal is, without a question, is what's needed right now, and to get the next clearance. But this goal is the first step.
Yep.
As Mendy comes in to kick a captain's goal. Looks pretty good, and it's in. Could this be the fire starter to the Healesville comeback?
3-4-22 they are now. Mendy with that goal, just getting the margin back to 32 points. There might still just be time for one more, and Trent's absolutely right. They've got to win this centre clearance, get the ball down there quickly, because they've been fairly short quarters today. 24-52 was the first quarter. 20-38 was the second quarter. So haven't been super long ones. Hasn't been the most high-scoring game. Hasn't been a whole heap of stoppages either. So Certainly not going to be a lot of time left. You wouldn't think. Maybe another minute or two. Already ticked into 24. So back in the middle once again. Nye wins the tap. Can they get the ball out here? Daly lays a good strong tackle. And we're going to have take two in the centre. So Nye once again to do battle. Up against Murphy. Murphy got up early. In fact, he won the tap in the end, but Scortino sharked it. Slung around. Eventually, Nye gets the kick away, up and under ball. Aloy, was he held? Yep. Umpire right there to see that one, and they call advantage. Scortino to Bernardo. Beautifully done. And that could be 25. Yeah, it is 25 better penalties, and this will make a certain of a trend. That is just ridiculous from Connor Ballingall. Why would you do that?
Yeah, it's just silly. It's going to give him a goal that they've worked hard to kick this goal down here, Healesville. Now it's just going to get taken away.
And this for the third time, Healesville kicked a goal. This will be the third time that Seville have pretty much got an instant reply. I just don't know why you do that. So the man of the mark's been brought to the top of the goal square. Bernardo directly in front. Only kick of about 10 metres required. In he comes. And he puts it away. Straight over the goal umpire's cap. And just like that, Seville have got the instant response. 9-6-60 they are now after Healesville, as Trent mentioned, worked so hard for that goal. And they've just completely undone it for themselves.
Yeah, they really have. It's just like that goal didn't mean much. I thought it could be the start of the fire starter, but they need to get this clearance, as we said before.
Yeah, well, they need to ever so more now. They've just, I don't go for either side, Trent, but if I were a Healesville supporter, I'd be just so disappointed with that. That's just really let them down.
So Brent's back into the middle of the ground, getting ready for restart play. Not long to go in the third quarter for the final main break. So bring it back into play. Nay gets the tap down. But here come Healesville. Could they be getting this goal that they need before the break? Here they go. They've got it at half forward. They don't want to waste time here. Sessing options. Couple of options present. Donegan presents a short one to him. But he goes further looking for Edwards. Can't get it. But a tackle is laid. And they've got some pressure here. Mendy again is there, throwing his weight around. Potts has it. Potts snap. It's smothered off the boot. But it's come back. It's going to get a handball backwards. And now they go wide. They've got something they like, and that they find it.
Good vision by Daly.
And now he's pointing towards the goals. This, in the fact, is Steve Watkins.
Yep.
Brave to be pointing towards the goal. Now he comes. Steve Watkins, a well-needed goal to end the break. Steve Watkins comes in. Kick looks pretty good, Aiden. Kick is perfect. And it's in. Is he signalled? 124.
Here they go. There are scores from around the grounds. The last quarter action is underway. Nye once again up against Murphy, and he wins that final first hit out of the final quarter. Does Deng Nye. Cesare gets them moving forward. Donkin, though, did really well. Just dragged it in game number 200. Chips it across, and that's a good kick there to Greenwood. So Levi Greenwood just going to take his time and just chips it back for the moment. So that time to Dale Senior, who again chips it up the line. Good one to Amarant. So Tennyson Amarant always got to step around. He does that in the end. Kick going out wide. Not a bad looking one. It should work out okay on this occasion, and that it does. Currently in the hands of Watkins. Kick down the line. Another good one as well. And that also works out fine this time to Frazzetto. Kick to centre half forward, and a good strong mark is taken here. And it is Levi Greenwood on the end of this one. So good work rate there by Greenwood. Is at half back moments ago, and now he's found himself in the forward line. And a set shot from directly in front, 40 metres out. So they really need this one, the Bloods. This would be just the start. They would be after. So Levi Greenwood has come across to the Bloods this year with a big opportunity. Early days in the last quarter. Get the margin back to 32 points. Kick looks very good off the boot. And it's drifted through. First goal of the last quarter. Just what they needed, the Bloods. Plenty more to do. But it all starts with the first step. 4-4-28 they are now, trailing Seville 9-6-60. And Trent, it's just so important. They've got to get the next one because they've conceded the instant reply every time. They need to get this next goal.
Yeah, they really do, Aiden. Is there a reason why Levi Greenwood's 8? I've never seen a player be player point system 8.
Yeah, it's
Never seen 8.
I've never seen 8 either, Trent. He hasn't been in the AFL system for a while either, so yeah, very strange that.
But even that, Aaron Edwards was in it. He's only a 5.
Yeah, that's it. So it's back in the middle once again. Here we go, Healesville. There might be a chance. Greenwood just sends him inside forward 50. Nolan. Oh no, kick wasn't paid. Must have been touched off the boot. And here we go. They've got another chance, the Bloods. So Greenwood gets them in there, and Tennyson Amaranth has snuck forward. And this could be a couple of quick back-to-back goals for the Bloods if Tennyson Amaranth can kick truly here. Nolan, who thought he had the mark, umpire said no, it was touched, and then he was tackled and dropped it. And Amaranth with a big opportunity early days. This to get it back to 26, a few stutter steps. Amaranth, does it hold the line? No, it just drifts across. So a little reprieve there for Seville early days. 4-5-29 they are now. Healesville trailing Seville 9-6-60.
So to bring it back in here, Seville. It's lucky they didn't go through. Healesville will be kicking themselves. There could have been a beautiful start for them. 2 goals within a minute. So look to bring it back in, looking for Noel, and he parks himself underneath and used some good body work too to get Amaranth underneath the ball and then takes the mark himself. Aloy presents, so does O'Keefe, but he goes further down the ground. Can't quite take the mark. There was low for Seville, but they could get one out the back here. Farrow chases, but just overruns it slightly. Plaza does well, gets low, gets the handball out too. Then they come wide looking for Senior. Senior picks it up cleanly and goes back over the top to Savage. Then they link up here. Murray, inside out barrel, looking for Levi Greenwood. It just falls short of him, but he makes a contest. Mendy goes in, probably could have got a high contact free kick, but it wasn't given. And Nolan fights against Levi Greenwood for the ball. And no one was the winner there, so the umpire's going to ball it up. There's a ball, but now gets out there. Mendy chases after it. Gets a handball over the top of Levi Greenwood. He's found some space. He's done real well there. He's kept it in play. That's a beautiful kick to Edwards there. That stabbing pass. Edwards will line up now from a tight angle, but nothing Aaron Edwards is not capable of here.
No, exactly right.
Quality players, Aaron Edwards. To 51 goals this season. Comes in.
Ooh.
Cool. Kick is coming back, but it's not going to come back enough. And it's going to go through for a minor score. They'll be kicking themselves. This is exactly what they do not need here is Healesville. They've got all the momentum this quarter, but they're just not capitalising on it early parts of this quarter.
So kicking duties here for Sanaga. Looks further afield and just chips it short up the line. Good one in the end to Elides. So Elides in absolutely no rush at the moment. In fact, he pretty much goes backwards and he made Cesare work for it in the end. Not the greatest kick. It works out okay in the end. Cesare up the line. Can someone take a mark here? No, they can't. Trickles out of play and it'll be thrown back in once again. Still at about half forward for Healesville. So once again, started this quarter with all the early territory. Just need to find some goals. Getting a few more scores on this occasion, but 2 behinds. Certainly not what they needed. So wait for the boundary throw in. Nye once again up against Murphy. Nye to the front. Just grabs it out of the ruck this time. Gets a little handball away. Plenty of numbers surround it. They might be able to get it inside forward 50 here. The Bloods, and that they do. It's an up and under ball. Donegan is there. Has he got it? No, he hasn't. Just came to ground level in there. And there's still a chance, though, Healesville. Seville tracking numbers back. Savage lays the tackle on Nolan. And in the end, it will be a stoppage inside forward 50 for Healesville. So frantic stuff at the moment. Got to try and get this next goal. Bates goes up in the ruck on this occasion against Nolan, but Nolan on the tap. Kick out of the pack. He is out of bounds on the full. Disappointing result there by Brandon Murphy. Just couldn't get it on line. Thompson to be the recipient for the Blues. So as we just wait for the ball to come back over the fence, here it is. So Nathan Murphy again in no real rush. And unfortunately for us, Trent, all the numbers appear to be congregating to that crowd side of the ground, furthest away from us, but the kick just goes short to Dickinson on this occasion, who decides to handball back to Thompson, and he kindly goes to the broadcast side of the ground. Thank you very much, Nathan, as Lloyd parks himself underneath it. Can't take the mark. Savage kept it in. Here is a chance. Beautifully done by Potts. It just bumped off at the last moment there was Savage, and we will have a boundary throw in just inside forward 50 for Healesville. So good little defensive efforts there by the 2 forwards. Now they've got to try and find the goal. So boundary throw in once again. Nye in the ruck, just gets the little tap on it. Bernardo gets away from one, up and under ball. Watkins chasing after it, can't quite stick the mark. Does he keep it in play? Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. Mandry, I reckons it's out of play. Watkins not happy about it, but we will have a stoppage right in front of our commentary position here, Trent.
They hooked the ball back in here. Umpire gets around to it. They get in position now. Porgs the big ball back in. And it's thrown back in. Now he gets to the front. Bernardo go tackles hard. And he's attacked by 2 players there. So he wasn't getting out of that in a hurry. This ball's thrown up now. Now he again gets the tap down. Can they get the clearance here? Tackle again laid. Big strong tackle laid by Mendy. Almost picked him up and did it UFC style there, Aiden. So ball's thrown up now. Now again, winning the tap, but Savage mops it up. Going in again, and it's come back to Savage somehow. But now he gets it, looks to kick it, just missed it with a bit of a fresh airy there. And it comes back. Bottom of the pack. The umpire's going to call for it again. A couple of stoppages in a row. That's not going to... Seville's going to favour Seville here though, because Nay's absolutely dominating the ruck, and he has been all day as they go up again. Again, Nay gets it down, but can they get the clearance here? Mopping it up. Can they get the handball out of the artist? No, they can't. Picking up here's Watkins. Watkins has been head on by Loy, and he's pushed it off the ball, and that he has. And it's been knocked over the boundary line for a boundary throw in. Here they go. They get into play here. They really need the Bulls to get it going here, Healesville. Nay again, front position, knocks it down, but Savage is the winner of this, and he knocks it out into space. Here he goes, but chased down by Cesare. Just got a boot to it, was Savage. And Mendy gets it out the back. Mendy links up with Levi Greenwood. Greenwood shimmies around that one, puts it inside 50, just over the head. Can they get something out of nothing here? They get the handball moving. But backing over it is Bates. Bates gets a handball back to Savage. Savage, snap towards goal! And he's got it, Dayton.
There we go. Back to 24 points. It was hard work, but they get there.
Great stuff by Savage there as well. He was in all of that play.
Very, very good start. So 2 goals to Healesville, none yet to Seville in this last quarter. And this is about as close as they've been since the second quarter. So they're just starting to make it work. That's the first time they've gotten back-to-back goals in the game. Can they get a quick centre clearance here? It's only 9.5 minutes gone so far in this final quarter, so there's time aplenty for the Bloods. So once again, looks like Jones is in the ruck this time for Healesville up against Deng Nye. The umpire throws the ball aloft. Both rucks go at it. Nye gets a little tap, but Jones sharked it. He gets them moving forward. Kick to centre half forward. Can they get it under their control here? Warren, was he taken off of it? Yes, he was. So suddenly, here's a good opportunity for Healesville. Can they send him inside forward 50? Warren, low spearing ball. Oh, it just fell short of Donegan. Comes back to Amarant. Oh, he slipped over momentarily. Got the handball away to Ballingall. Edwards got it!
He's doing it again, is he?
Oh,
he can't do it again. Just Aiden, just mark him down for a goal while you're at it.
Yep, so Aaron Edwards directly in front. This for 3 in a row for Healesville, and they're back in the game. Edwards puts it through. It's back to 18 points, the closer they've been since the first quarter, Trent.
The first of the game for Aaron Edwards too. Whenever we commentate, he's becoming a last quarter specialist, is he, Aaron Edwards?
That's it. He missed the set shot moments ago. Pretty tough one, it has to be said, from the boundary line from distance, but that one there, he just put it away, no problems at all. And Healesville are coming, and Seville, they need to respond. They've got to try and right the ship here, because the Bloods, well, they know how important this...
Ride the what they're at? I nearly thought you said something else there for a second. I was like, God damn.
I said the ship, Trent, but anyway, it's back in the middle.
I was going to say, you're writing them off already.
No.
Tell them what you think about the defence. Jesus, Aiden.
Yeah, well, they just started to come away a little bit. They've done so well all game, but Healesville just finally starting to get a bit of connection inside forward 50. They just hadn't been there for 3 quarters. Up it goes once again, Jones and Nye. Nye again, not really getting the more dominant tap. Jones doing well, but in the end, Pietrangelo gets them away. Looking for Dickinson. Can he get this under control? No, he can't. Plaza did really well defensively. Just paddling in front of himself is Dickinson. Looking for Scortino, but getting there first was Watkins. Got a handball away just in time. Low kick. Is that a mark taken? Is it? Yes, it is. Ballingall doing really well to stick that one. Chips it out short Ballingall. Not a bad option on that occasion to Senior, who goes short once again. He goes back to Ballingall, in fact. So working it up the outer side of the ground, not the broadcast side, sorry, but here we go. Di-Pietrantonio with ball in hand for Seville. Broadway got a chase after it in a 1-on-1 with Frazzetto. Oh, no, he overran it. And Frazzetto tracks it back for Healesville. Kick goes forward. Dangerous one. Here they go up the middle of the ground. The Bloods comes to Greenwood. Greenwood wheels and goes on the left boot. Kick inside forward 50. Sadiger is there, but Edwards has taken the slider.
That's a beautiful kick. How influential has Levi Greenwood been in this last quarter?
Yep, he's coming alive, and so too is Aaron Edwards, who is within range. He's taken the slips catch. And he's going to have to kick from probably just on the paint of 50. Well, it's a pretty short run-up, it has to be said, Trent. Edwards from just inside. It's a wobbling ball, and it's out of bounds on the full. Gee. Bit of an anticlimax there. Aaron Edwards just had the distance.
What a way to knock the mood there, Aaron.
Oh, gee. Thought for sure that was going to go through, but in the end, a little reprieve here. Looks like Beninga in the back pocket. We'll just send it up the line. Nolan will park himself underneath it in a 1-on-1 with Daly, and he got a little tug on the jumper, and they're away. Di-Pietrantonio's off.
Oh, yep. And they look to bring it back in here now. Scartino now with ball in hand. He comes short to Broadway. He's battled hard all day. Broadway has a look. Not much giving, so he's going to have to go backwards. And he coming back. But has an option come at him forward, and that it does. And he's done well there. Mark taken by Saniga. Saniga goes wide. Will Edwards get there to impact it? No, he doesn't. They got a link-up handball here for Nolan off centre half back. He thumps it in the foreline. Roe Duggan is there. Now unable to hold the mark. Roe Duggan goes back and gets the crumbs, but he's tackled straight away. Ball at the bottom of the pack. No clear winner getting of this. How's the umpire going to see this? He tells him to play on and get the ball moving. But now it's going to be a ball up inside the forward 50 of Seville. Hills will need to get it out of there. Quick, smart, Aiden, to get the ball moving back into their end of the ground. Tapped down there by Lowe. No one really getting it there. Murray has it. It's going to be a free kick going the way of Healesville. They're going to take the advantage. No, they're not. They're going to play it smart, but they waste no time moving the ball, which is exactly what they need to do. Senior gets it. Sets his option and thumps it down the line. Has Savage there. Can Savage hold on to it? Knocked off the ball. Umpire sees it too and gives him the free kick. So Savage grabs it. Has a look at his options. He doesn't know where he's going. He can't be wasting time with it. He just needs to get the ball moving, and he goes wide. Just holding on it. There was Watkins. Watkins comes short, finding a teammate there in Ballinghall. Ballinghall runs, takes an early bounce, then puts it long down the line. Who's going to be there to present? Mark can be taken there. Potts is there, unable to hold it. Nolan, he's done all day, mopped it up from half back and gives it over to his teammate there in Dickinson. Dickinson moves it down the line, and they look to keep moving forward here, Seville. In the hands of Bernardo, who's played a beautiful game. Gets it moving, goes backwards. And they look like they're controlling the game a bit more here. Seville, they go wide about Scartino. Scartino plays on off halfback, gives a handball over the top to a teammate there in Robertson. And they move it forward. Scartino goes wide to O'Keefe. It's a good looking kick. O'Keefe takes a mark, but there's no one back, so he's going to have to hold up play. Or go backwards to Broadway, and he opts to go backwards to Broadway. Can go back to O'Keefe, that he does. So O'Keefe now gets back. They have Di-Pietrantonio there, and they have Cesare or Myers. They go long, but it's going to be cut off. Murray does well, as he's done all day, and knocks it over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. As it's deep in the forward line now for Seville. It's already got a cramper, Aiden. We're on cramp watch. Charlie Warren. As it's in, they look to bring it back into play here. O'Keefe got up in the ruck for Seville. Up against Jones of Healesville. Ball's thrown in. It's going to fall a bit short, so O'Keefe runs at it, meets it head on. It's going to get cleared out of here. Coming at it hard is Bates. Bates gets it, overruns the ball, gives time for Beninga to go back and get it. Gives it to Broadway. He's played a game and a half. Broadway puts it to the middle of the ground, and it's going to be spoiled there by Murray. Tracking after it is Farrow. Unable to take it cleanly. Give a handball over the top. Here he is. Roe Duggan! And that could just about be game there, Aiden.
Yeah, you can hear the car horns blowing now on the Seville faithful. Are pretty happy with that one. Roduggan with his first goal of the afternoon, and gee, that was an important one. Just able to slow the game down a bit, the Blues. They get the margin back to 24 points. Still maybe a little bit of time for Healesville, but they're going to need a lot of quick ones.
How many minutes have passed?
17 minutes have passed. Trent, the longest quarter, 26:32. So definitely not a lot of time left to go.
Had to sound like a broken record, but they need this clearance.
They do. No, they certainly do.
See if Jones can get a clearance off himself again like he did last time.
That's it. So 9, Jones once again. Nice. Slaps that one forward a lot clearer this time. Here we go. They're going to get the centre clearance. O'Neill sends him inside forward 50, but is that the mark taken? No, umpire.
Didn't pay it.
Didn't pay it. Said it was the half volley. Oh, he's paid holding the ball. Has he? He has.
I guess that's the only real option he had to give, assuming that he didn't give the mark and the player made no attempt. He just sat there kind of arguing.
No, that's a fair point, Trent. So Dickinson...
As hard as it sounds.
Yeah, no, you're right. To the letter of the law, probably the right decision. So Dickinson may as well just line up, have the shot, might not necessarily have the distance, but just take the time off the clock, Brenda. The umpire allows it. Just go for it. So Dickinson... Oh, he sells the candy. Here we go. Gets closer. Oh, dear, Trent. It's a wobbling ball. It's gone into the lap of Broadway. Can you believe that?
I'm not even kidding. Broadway might be one of the best ons today.
Oh, he's been very good. It's been a Broadway performance, you could even say, Trent. He's done very well. That was... this could be one of the most interesting goal assists. This could be one of the most interesting goal assists here for Dickinson at Broadway. Goes back and kicks this. He was just in the right place at the right time. In he comes, Broadway. Oh, beautiful. Straight over the goal umpire's cap. Back to 30 points the margin. And that might be the straw that broke the camel's back, Trent.
Just like Broadway, he's all class.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly right, Trent.
And that's definitely game now.
I think so, yeah. That's going to be pretty tough to come back from for here. And I think that's... He's the first multiple goal scorer of the day, Trent. They've kicked 11 goals, and that is the first player for Seville, or first player for either side to kick 2 goals in the game.
And you have about 20 as well, I reckon.
He's been very busy, Trent. You're right. The work rate from him been absolutely outstanding.
The ball's in the middle of the ground now. Now again, just slaps it forward. Kou's going to get the clearance here. It's in the hands of Balas Gautino. But he's tackled. He's going to get hold of the ball. Potts is going to gather it, and he goes wide. Don't know why he would go wide with not much time going. But here they go. They put it forward, and it's going to be cut off by Thompson. Yep, umpire's paid the mark. And what are we now? 19 and a half? Yep. Thompson now does not have to do anything drastic, and that he doesn't. Just goes wide to the boundary line. They could even go backwards if they want here, and that they do. Back to Thompson. They're just playing this smart, Seville. They go wide across the ground. Finding a teammate now in the hands of Icone. Icone goes Bernardo. Played a great game, as I mentioned. Puts it over to O'Keefe. Jeez, makes him work for it, though. You go back, O'Keefe does. They're just showing all their class here, Seville. Icone now runs around and goes wide. It's a beautiful kick to Dickinson. Dickinson now goes even shorter to Nolan. Nolan has a look around. Nothing really presenting at him, so just goes long down the line. Can a mark be taken? No, he flies, unable to hold the mark. Healesville mop it up for Mendy, who's battled hard all day. Turns around and thumps it down the line. Can a mark be taken? Yes, it can. It's a nice mark taken there by Amarant. Amarant goes short over the top, has a player there, and that he does in Savage. Savage goes even shorter over the top. It's put a bit too much air on it, and O'Keefe, a town hero, intercepts it. And he goes wide and finds Bernardo. Bernardo plays on, gives the handball over to Icone. He does well, has a bounce, tucks it under his arm, gives it over the top here in the hands of Bangle, and he gives it over. Are they going to get it out the back here? Watkins goes back, picks it up, does well. Broadway almost with the smother, and a kick works out all right to Murphy. Murphy brings it back inboard, finds a teammate there. They need to get this ball moving no way, and they're running out of time as the ball goes looking for Greenwood just over the top of him as they pursue now through Thompson. Seville just chucks it on the boot. That's got to be deliberate. I'm just kidding, Aiden, as the ball keeps going. And it's going to be a boundary throw in.
They would have definitely paid that in the AFL, but unfortunately for Healesville, not here. So it's a boundary throw-in right in front of our broadcast position. Dengnai once again up against Mark Jones, I think it is on this occasion. So 22 minutes are gone in this final quarter. And I think Seville are going to get there. There's not going to be a lot of time left for Healesville to score 5 goals and a behind or 6 goals. So presenting to the ball nicely there. Looked like it was Murphy, but he just couldn't get under his control. Dickinson. Handball comes away there from Beninga to Bernardo onto Broadway. Just sold the candy slightly there on Savage. Bernardo just chips it short dangerously. Still in play here. Beninga did well again. Got the handball away to O'Neill, who was taken high. And it's going to be a free kick for the Blues. So did well there, O'Neill, in the end. And he goes all the way back to Thompson. And it's just a game of kick to kick now for Seville. Another short one. Just drops into Beninga. Bernardo calls for it up the line. Beninga short to Scortino. So Bailey Scortino, absolutely no rush here for Seville. And he might just go short here to O'Keefe, who's found himself down the other end of the ground these last couple of minutes. Just to help out. O'Keefe. Kick goes down the line. Here is low. Good little fly up against Cena. Couldn't quite stick the mark. Can they get one out the back here? Nolan tackled straight away by Jones, and we'll have another stoppage. Ball up here on the broadcast side wing. So Nye up against Jones. Jones probably got the better of that. Di Pietrantonio sharked it, but he was tackled straight away. Potts onto Savage. Savage onto the right boot. Here is Edwards. Oh, he just couldn't quite stick it at the end. Icone's done a really good job today considering. And here's a free kick for the Bloods. And the recipient looking like it is Tyler Barclay, who looks like he'll run around onto the right boot. Doesn't back the drop punt from here. That's probably fair enough at a pretty tight angle. So Barclay, round he goes, and started that way too early, and it's offline. So they get it back to 29 points to Healesville, 6-7-43. They are now trailing Seville, 11-6-72. And 24 minutes have now elapsed in this final quarter, as we just wait for Sonny Saniga to get the ball back and get things moving once again. And here he goes to the outer side of the ground. Finds Beninga. Beninga is in, once again, absolutely no rush. Kick goes up the line. Is that a mark taken there? Yes, it is. And they're away here, Healesville. Maybe one more goal on offer here. No mark can be taken. Edwards still a chance, though. He just couldn't quite get to that one at ground level. Icone flicked it away to Di Pietrantonio. Now Dickinson. Have they turned it over? Yes, they have. And 25 metres, so this might be an opportunity for a Healesville goal. I think it's Charlie Warren. There's a little bit of pleasantries being exchanged off the ball. But it is a shot at goal nonetheless for Healesville. So maybe to get the margin back to 23 points. Little consolation prize before the end of the game. Up and under. Offline, it looks like. So I think that was Warren who just had that kick offline. He's had a few opportunities today. 1 goal, 3, and back to 28 points now. 6-8-44 are Seville now trailing Healesville 11-6-72 as we wait for Saniga to bring the ball back in.
So Saniga to bring the ball back into play here. Assesses his options. Not much time going. Time check, please, Aiden.
26 minutes.
He brings the ball back in. Finds a teammate there short. They go over the top to Thompson. Played a good game again. Ultra consistent is Nathan Thompson. Thompson now. Down the line. Can Amar be taken? Nolan presents. Flies. Just through his hands. Out the back is Bates. He turns it over to Nolan. Nolan puts it inside forward 50. Farrow presents. But there's the siren. And Seville have got the win. A well-earned win and a well-needed win. They'll overtake Healesville on top spot now.
Yes, they will, Trent. That was the stakes at the start of the day, and the Blues, well, they're kings of the mountain at the moment. There's still obviously a bit to play out in season 2024, but Seville do have that very important top place, and at this stage, provided they keep winning.